Morning.
Wait, you did all this?
Well, I wanted to show you that you have made me the happiest man alive. So I'm going to do this every day.
Thank you. Ditto. You've made me the happiest woman.
What?
Oh, no, it's just, I just keep thinking about the hearing this afternoon, and what if the judge changes her mind about Abby?
She won't. Not after everything she's done.
But Ben hasn't actually found anything on her yet.
Are you saw her yesterday? Does that look like someone who's emotionally stable? The safest place for Alfie is here with us. And the judge is going to think the same. Okay?
Well, thanks for the brew.
Are you sure you wouldn't like me to come with you to the hospital later?
No, Dad, thanks. Carla's already offered, but it's only a routine follow-up.
What do you think you're doing? Sorry, look, I thought I'd locked the door.
And on that bombshell, I'm off.
Dad! Call the police now!
Why? What on earth's happened?
Yasmin's hairy lodger is sat in our box smoking!
I did say Stu could stay the night in Amy's room.
What?
Well, he had nowhere to go and it was late. Sorry, I should have mentioned it.
Yeah, you should have done. And while you were at it, you should have told him how to lock our bathroom door.
My fault. It won't happen again.
Too right it won't, because you're chucking him out on his ear.
Look, I'm sorry. Can I just apologise for that regrettable incident upstairs?
Don't even think about coming any closer. And who said you could wear our Amy's old dressing gown?
Oh, I thought it was spare. I'm sorry. I'll take it off.
No, don't. I've seen enough of you as it is. Just leave it on your way out and I'll fumigate it later.
What were you thinking, not locking the door?
I thought I had locked it. That catch is dead fiddly, you know.
And what's this about you smoking?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. You know, I gave up ages ago, but sometimes I like to sneak a crafty one on the cars. He takes me back to me Navy days. Anyway, how about I make us a full English? My way of saying thank you for letting me crash last night.
In the circumstances, perhaps now is not the best time.
Oh, no. Look, come on. I'll throw some keks on, and then I'll rustle us up a treat. Should get me back into Tracy's good books, eh?
Yeah, but if I can have a word first.
Sorry to interrupt. And I know it's not very much, but I thought you would appreciate an Eccles cake.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. Is there any particular reason?
Well, I am conscious that you might find today particularly difficult.
Because of the custody hearing, or because it's the anniversary of Seb and Nina getting attacked?
Both. I know that Nina has found today very hard.
Well, thank you. Well, you don't mind if I save it to bribe the judge, though, do you? Might be my only hope.
Oh, by all means. Obviously, it would have been preferable if you'd been able to retain Elliot's services.
Absolutely, but I'd also need several grand in my back pocket. No, it's fine. I just need to prove to everyone that I'm not the train wreck they think I am, and then I can get Alfie back.
I don't agree.
Excuse me?
Well, you say everyone thinks you're a train wreck. I don't think you are.
Thank you. I don't suppose you fancy retraining to be a judge by this afternoon.
Gareth said that because the damage was down to me, it would be covered by my warranty. Oh, hang on, Adrian. Aggie, you couldn't print off today's patient files, could you? Or can you make sure that Mr. Barlow's blood tests are tucked underneath the rest of his paperwork?
Yeah, of course. You do realise that all the files are available on the system?
Yes, I'm aware of that, but I prefer paper copies. Oh, and I die for an espresso. Thank you. Sorry, Adrian. Well, why don't we push back the fishing weekends and follow them out?
Hiya. Just thought I'd say good luck for this afternoon. Heard you mention the hearing earlier, so...
I think I'm going to need a bit more than luck.
Why? You've done nothing wrong, have you?
That's not what Imran thinks. By the time he's ripped me apart, I'll be lucky if they don't lock me up.
Nah, Imran wouldn't do that.
You're right. You know he's hired someone to follow me.
You are?
Yeah. He found that bottle of morphine I took off you in my bin, and now he's decided I'm a massive smackhead again.
Oh, so this is all my fault?
What? No. No, of course it's not.
All right, just, let me go talk to him and explain that he's got this all wrong, yeah?
Well, you can try, but I doubt he'll listen.
Tell you what, I'm a convert to these veggie sausages.
You know, I'm not normally one for a cooked breakfast, but that was a triumph.
Shame Tracy didn't hang around. I was hoping I could make up to her for giving her PTSD this morning. Still, now I'm officially your new lodger. There'll be plenty of fry-ups I can cook her. Okay, I'm just joking, Ken. I'm just winding you up. I know your invite was for one night only. Besides, I don't think me and Tracy are destined to be housemates. No offence, but, well, she seems to me, well, she's a bit high maintenance.
I'll tell her you said that, shall I?
You can, if you give me a few 100-yard head start.
So, where will you stay tonight?
Oh, don't worry yourself on that score. Something always turns up.
Surely if you apologise to Yasmin again...
Grovel, you mean?
No. Explain that you were only trying to help her.
No. Me and words aren't exactly a great combination. Besides, every time I open my gob, everything's immediately 10 times worse. You, on the other hand...
What about me?
Well, you're educated. You're a man of letters. You could write some choice phrases for me.
So you want me to write Yasmin a letter?
Oh, no. Not a letter. Something much, much better.
Hiya, have you got a sec?
I'm really up against it trying to get to Cork. Can it wait?
No, sorry, I can't. Is it true you got someone to follow Abby?
Who told you that? She did. But look, I had to make sure that Alfie was safe with her, and clearly he's not.
Okay, but you know it was me that was trying to take that morphine. She had nothing to do with it.
Well, then how come she didn't get rid of it until she got back to her flat? Because she necked it herself.
No, if she was using again, it'd show up on her tests.
Come on, Kelly. You think someone like Abby doesn't know how to cheat a drugs test? I mean, how do you think she hung on to the twins so long?
No, please don't do this. It was 1 year ago today when Seb got attacked.
Sorry, how's that relevant?
Because if it wasn't for me, he'd still be here. So don't let her lose Alfie as well because of me.
But this isn't about you, Kelly. But just imagine she does get custody. She gets off her face and then, God forbid, something happens. You don't want that on your conscience as well.
No, of course not. But she would never do that, all right?
I'm really sorry, I've got to take this. Hi, Imran Habib speaking. Yeah, as long as you're quick.
Right, come on. We better get a wiggle on.
Yeah. I think we should get out for Max before going over to hospital.
What, like a bag of sweets so you can eat them all on the way over there?
As if I did.
No.
Amy, wait, listen. I wanted to come and see you before. I just want to say I'm sorry about what happened.
About how Max spiked me or about how you covered it up?
Both, you know. I'm not condoning what he did. It was awful. And believe me when I say there's not a day that goes by where I don't feel terrible.
Is that it? One little apology and all's forgiven?
What? No.
Just the other day, we were having this massive conversation about how you knew exactly what I was going through. But then you found out it was Max who did it, and he was the only person you wanted to protect. So thanks, but you can stuff your apology.
Wait, Amy, wait, just... Should I go after?
No, I wouldn't. Not yet.
School. Hello? Speaking. Yeah. Right. Well, then I'll see you soon. Yeah. want me to go in now.
Did they say why?
Just that it was urgent.
You don't think they're going to chuck him out, do you?
Well, if they do, you can kiss goodbye to him getting a light sentence in court.
So as long as there are no unforeseen complications, I see no reason why you shouldn't enjoy a normal and active life.
I can't tell you how good it is to hear that.
So I just need to double-check your blood test results, and if they're all clear, you are good to go. Sorry, Aggie must have forgotten to leave them. Excuse me. Sue, can you ask Aggie to drop in Mr. Barley's blood results? Thank you. Sorry about that.
No. Listen, I'm just happy to be sat here. You know, for a while back there, I thought I was a goner.
Well, if I may say so myself, the operation was textbook. And I wrote most of them, so I should know.
You was to see me?
Yes, Mr. Barley's blood results. You're going to leave them for me.
Well, I did. You know, I put them underneath, just like you asked. Oh, don't worry, I'm forever losing things right under my nose.
Oh, yeah. You should try scrabbling around on your knees looking for jigsaw pieces.
Right, well, these all look completely clear. Can you book Mr. Barlow in for a follow-up in 3 months?
Yeah, yes, yeah, of course.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You've got a proper star here, you know. Did she tell you she won a Golden Heart Award?
No, she didn't.
Well, she's too modest for her own good, then.
All right, well, don't hesitate to call me if there are any issues. Not that there will be.
Yeah, and listen, really, thanks. And if you ever need a taxi, you just say the word on the house, OK? Brilliant, thank you. OK.
Abby, there you are. You get my message?
What message? I've had my phone off. I've been trying to get my head sorted for this afternoon.
I thought you might want to lift a coat. You know, a bit of moral support.
Really? And you got any work to do?
Nothing that can't wait.
All right, well, yeah, thanks very much.
Morning.
What do you want?
To let you know that you can cancel your other lawyer.
Why would I do that?
Because as of this morning, I am representing you again.
I don't think so. I haven't got the money.
Well, somebody else has taken care of it.
What? Who?
I was given specific instructions not to say.
Don't look at me.
How was Max?
You tell me.
School called us to go in before we had a chance to visit.
What for?
Oh, you know, so they can check how he's doing, wish him a speedy recovery, and then the droppers with, we're kicking him out.
They've expelled him.
Yeah, can you believe that? What am I saying? Of course you can. He had enough chances, didn't he?
Does he know?
No, not yet. He's stressed enough already with this court case coming up, but when he finds out about this...
I don't know how it all went so wrong. He was such a sweet little boy.
I'm sure we can sort something out. Maybe they'll let him transfer to another school.
Oh, yeah? Young offenders?
No, a normal school, not a pupil referral.
But won't that be miles away?
Yeah, exactly. And anyway, we can forget about his GCSEs. Only thing he's going to get is a criminal record.
Well, surely if you told the judge that Imran had me followed, that's got to count against him.
There's a chance.
What about his sham marriage to Toya? Everyone knows they only did that so they wouldn't lose custody.
Whether we can prove it is another matter. Right, we need to go. Are you heading back? Abby?
Yeah, I just need to pop to the shops first.
Right, well, I'll see you there. Don't be late.
No, I'll see you in a bit. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be locked up.
Yeah, well, they let me out on bail.
Right, so what do you want?
I need you to lend me some money.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't ask, but I'm desperate.
You've got no chance, sunshine.
You grass me up, OK? You owe me 20 quid, or I tell that lawyer guy, Imran, that you tried to score off me. See, Ben told me all about your little court case.
You even think about it and you're dead.
Really? I'll go and see him now, shall I?
Yeah, all right. All right, just It's not here. It's 1650, right? Get lost.
I knew you won't let me down. Cheers, Abby. You're a mate.
The menopause? She's 20.
It's called premature ovarian failure. There's like a 1 in 1,000 chance.
And she's the one? Oh, Peggy, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, it's Faye you should be feeling sorry for.
Well, absolutely. Going through all that at her age. So what do you think you'll do?
How do you mean?
Well, obviously it's different for her. She's had a kid, you haven't.
So?
So, no one would blame you if, you know, further down the line, decided to keep your options open.
Wait. So you're talking about leaving her?
Well, she'd do the same if the boot was on the other foot.
No, she wouldn't.
Hiya.
All right.
Do you want anything? I'm just going to order.
Actually, my mum was just leaving.
Yeah. I should have been back in work 5 minutes ago. So, I'll just leave you two to it.
What was that?
What?
Your mum legging it as soon as I came in.
Yeah, it was nothing. You sit down. I'll get these.
Enjoy. I was thinking we should get Zidane something for yesterday.
How do you mean?
Well, to say thank you. If it hadn't been for him raiding Debbie's fridge, I'd dread to think what would have happened.
What are you doing here?
A minute of your time, that's all I ask.
Whatever you've got to say, I've heard it before.
No, but this is different. It's a collaboration. Oh, sweet Yasmin, I know that I've been a thoughtless, impetuous fool. I meant to impress you, instead I distressed you. Why can't I learn to play it cool? What I did was stupid and wrong. I even got Ken to write this song. But now all that's left to do is to say farewell and adieu.
Is that it? That's your apology?
Well, I can do an encore if you want.
That won't be necessary. Well, go on then.
Go on, what?
You said farewell and adieu.
Gran.
No, he doesn't just come here, sing some inane drivel, and everything's forgotten, miraculously. You lied to me yesterday, and you tried to break into the wholesalers like a common criminal.
Yeah, I know. But in my defense...
No, I don't want to hear it. You know what upset me most about what you did? Realizing how similar you are to Jeff.
Oh, no, hang on. That is not true.
I don't want to argue. Either you leave now, or I shall be forced to call the police to remove you.
If you'd like to write up the notes for Mr. Winchlow in room 5, we'll see if we can discharge him tonight. Well, assuming he's got somewhere else to go.
Suppose you think this was funny?
Excuse me?
Making me look a laughing stock in front of Mr. Barlow with your little quip about me not seeing what was under my nose.
I'm sorry. It was just meant as an harmless joke.
A harmless joke that I'm incompetent and can't see properly. See, perhaps if you put his test results where I'd asked you, I would have found them.
I did.
Oh, really? So I'm a liar now as well?
No, not at all. Obviously, there's been some sort of misunderstanding.
No, there was, by you. I've worked hard to establish the reputation of this department. I'm not going to have it undermined by your insolent slurs and ineptitude. I consider this your first verbal warning.
Sorry. Got here as quick as I could.
Yeah, well, this better be good. I'm due in court any minute.
It is. First, the not-so-good news. Abby's got herself a new lawyer. We're more like her old one again.
Elliot, how can she afford him?
I don't know. We spent over an hour together in the cafe.
Wonderful. This is just what I need.
Well, you haven't heard my other news yet. Afterwards, Abby went to meet someone. A lowlife called Dean Turnbull.
Who's Dean Turnbull?
A junkie. I watched the score off him.
Please tell me you have evidence.
I was parked across the street. Saw everything.
Oh, this is fantastic. Wait. Haven't you seen money being exchanged here?
Oh, yeah, she wasn't getting it for nothing.
Yeah, but there's no evidence of drugs changing hands.
Well, what do you think she was buying off him then? A pint of milk?
But this isn't good enough. It has to be watertight.
Simple solution. Make it worth my while. I'll testify I saw the drugs being handed over.
You know how I feel about that.
I don't understand what the big deal is.
Well, the big deal is that it's illegal. Now, maybe many things, but a criminal is not one of them.
Mate, do you want custody of your kid or not? Because right now, her fancy lawyer's going to be taking you to the cleaners.
We still have a strong case.
Yeah, see, I don't think the judge is going to agree with you there, Imran. For starters, you're an adulterer. And as for your so-called marriage, we all know that it's just for show. You didn't even acknowledge Alfie at the start. How's that going to look?
Well, at least I'm not a junkie.
And neither she in the eyes of the law, unless you can prove otherwise, which, at the minute, you can't. Face it, mate, you've got nothing. Whereas her, well, she ain't put a foot wrong. So if I were you, I'd forget your precious scruples and pay me to lie. Because if you don't, well, it'll be Abby that your kid goes home with after the court case, not you.
Gran, just stop for a second.
No, I'm calling the police.
To report him for what? Dodgy songwriting?
Trespassing. He seems to have made a habit of it.
Yasmin, if you want me arrested, then fine. I'll happily be cuffed. I won't resist, but please, just hear me out.
I have heard quite enough already.
I'm sorry. I need you to know how much I respect you. You're an amazing human being. It was never my intention to deceive you. I know you've had a bad time with men lying to you in the past, and yes, I should have told you the truth, but I just didn't want to let you down, and that's exactly what I've done, and I'm sorry.
Why don't we all just take a breath and sit down and chat about it?
I want him to go.
All right, I will. Said my piece. Thank you for listening to me.
Can you believe that man?
Yes. Yes, I can. Right, you two have a nice day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's amazing. I wish I knew how to sign.
Well, if I can do it, love, then anyone can. But it helps if you learn the rude words first. Can I get you kids anything else?
No, thanks. Right, what's up? You've hardly said a word since your mum left.
Do either of you fancy a vegan croissant? Roy knocked them up as a trial. He used black dough and they look like a lump of poo.
No, it's all right, thanks.
Oh, don't let my description put you off, because once you start eating them, it's like chewing a buttery flip-flop.
She said no.
All right. All right, keep your hair on. I'll give them to the pigeons.
Come on, out with it. You're clearly upset over something.
My mum thought I was going to break up with you. Because we can't have kids.
Aggie, you don't have to be a hero. You could admit you're upset. I would be. Thorne's a nasty piece of work.
How am I meant to look him in the face again, let alone work with him?
Believe me, we've all been there. Next week, he'll praise you while berating someone else. He's been like it for years.
Then why's nobody stopped him?
Oh, they've tried, but he makes their life hell and they just leave.
Yeah, well, he's the one that needs to leave.
Can you do a liver transplant?
Just because he's a surgeon doesn't mean he can speak to people like that.
With waiting lists getting longer, the hospital needs him more than he needs the hospital, and he knows it.
Yeah, well, that's no excuse to be abusive.
Just keep your head down. Tomorrow's another day.
If I can't give you what you want, then why be with me?
Because you are what I want. Just you.
What if you feel differently later on?
Well,
then we will adopt. Like Anna did for you. You didn't love her any less, did you?
I might be okay with that, but are you sure that you would be?
Yeah. Look, like I said, being a parent is nothing to do with biology. All I'm saying is, we've got options.
The easiest option is to leave me. And you'll realise that.
Faye, I won't. Because I love you, okay? You are what is important to me. And I am here to stay. Ignore what my mum said. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is us.
Your Honor, my client has made no secret of her history of substance abuse. The opportunity to be a mother to Alfie has reaffirmed her commitment to staying clean. Abby has satisfied every concern that social services had and shown that she has the adequate support network to assist her lifelong recovery. Not only has Abby met the standards social services expected, she has met the court's requirements of weekly drugs tests and attendance at addiction support meetings, something that Mr. Habib is more than aware of, having had her followed to one. Whilst on the subject of Mr. Habib, may I remind the court that he originally concealed being Alfie's father, whilst he was also representing Abby and telling the world that Abby was a good mother. He was right. Abby is more than capable of caring for her son, baby Alfie. In not allowing her to do so, this court would be depriving a mother of her son and a son of the nurture of his mother when he needs it most.
I do commend you, Mrs. Webster, for turning your life around. The report from Social Services does give a detailed account of your commitment and dedication.
You do know we need them chopped and not minced, right?
To show me up like that? With that ridiculous song? I've had enough humiliation with Jeff. Thank you very much.
But he humiliated himself, not you. Jeff would have never put on a show like that. Stu was probably thinking, go big or go home.
Well, he is not going to my home. I'm not having another man lie to my face like that. Fool me once, Alia. And if anyone is going to my home, it's you. And one good thing Stu did was to remind me how much you've been there for me. You can move back anytime you like.
Do you mean that, Gran?
Yes. I am fed up of wasting my time on people who are not worthy. All I need is my family. What's the matter? Don't you want to move back here?
Yeah, I do. I'd love to. I don't want to feel like I'm benefiting from Stu having to leave.
The one thing has nothing to do with the other.
It has, though. Look, if I'm going to move back in, then I promise I'll never lie to you again, Gran. And I don't want to upset you, but I have to be totally honest and say, I think Stu was genuinely sorry.
But that is how they get to you. By making it sound so heartfelt.
You know, I really miss her.
Who?
The Gran that used to be so forgiving. If you hadn't have been lied to all the time by Jeff, would you have found what Stu did so bad? A small lie that, yeah, admittedly, it spiraled, but that was only because he was worried that he'd disappoint you.
A lie is a lie, Alia.
But comparing Stu to Jeff is unfair. They're totally different people. And if you can forgive me for lying without comparing me to Jeff, then why can't you do the same for Stu?
Your Honour, before I begin, I would just like to make it clear that I have no malicious intent behind what I have to say here today. I just want sole custody of my son. But in order to do that, I am going to have to present evidence which Abby's family will find upsetting. I have to be honest. That Abby is presenting a false account of her recovery to this court. It brings me no joy to tell you all that Abby is in fact still in the grips of addiction.
You liar!
Abby.
Mrs. Webster, please control your outbursts.
Your Honor, this simply cannot be true. The court has been conducting regular drugs tests. I would ask the court to stop Mr. Habib from accusing my client without any proof.
Mr. Habib, are you suggesting the court-ordered drug tests are wrong?
No, Your Honor. I am, in fact, suggesting that Abby has found a way to cheat them. I will admit to having had Abby followed by a colleague of mine, Ben Chancellor. These are photos of Abby with a known drug user. And I have a witness who's willing to testify that he saw her exchanging money for drugs. And I would like to call my witness forward now.
Well, I have no sympathy. That's what you get for buying convertible and living in England. So, the Peter Barlow liver. It's time to collect on the bed about it. All the follow-up tests show that he's in fine health, despite being a degenerate alcoholic. Yeah, I know, I was amazed myself. Yeah, in under 4 hours is a new record for me. And you said it couldn't be done. And now you got to do the marathon in under 2 hours. So, yes, I need the report in by Monday. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. You've come looking for an apology, then don't waste your time. If you can't take criticism, you shouldn't be a nurse.
No, I can take criticism when it's valid and said politely.
Well, I don't have the luxury of time to choose my words.
Well, even when you're rushing operations to win bets.
This is absurd.
I've just heard you say it.
I suggest you go back to work.
Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough to photograph the exchange of drugs, but I did capture the exchange of money.
But you witnessed the drug exchange?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. You're free to go. Mr. Habib, have you anything else to add?
Your Honor, I take no pleasure in having had Abby followed. But such was my level of doubt about her recovery. Such was my level of concern about my son. I'm not proud of my actions, but I did what I had to do as a father. And I hope that now you have seen the true facts, you will agree that Alfie should be with me full time. And I also hope that now that Abby's family have been shown her deceit, that they will help her back onto the road to recovery.
Mr. Habib, I understand that in this case you are not only the legal counsel, but also the father. So I know the lines are blurred for you. However, in your capacity as a member of the judicial system, having someone followed is about as low as it gets. We all have a right to privacy. It is one of the articles of human rights. Just in case you skip that part of your legal training. You have violated Mrs. Webster's right to that privacy. Let me finish. You would be well advised to remember the ethical responsibilities of your profession the next time you set foot in a courtroom. However, the details of what you've discovered cannot be ignored by this court due to the violation of rights. That in itself is a separate matter. The court cannot ignore these details when we are discussing the care and safety of a child. I'll now deliver my judgment. Weighing up the risk to Alfie, I have decided that Alfie should remain living with his father. While he's in hospital, Mrs. Webster may visit Alfie. On his discharge, Mrs. Webster may have visitations with Alfie weekly. For now, this is what is in the best interests of Alfie.
I have to find Dean. I'll drag him here if I need to. I'll make him testify that I never took any drugs off him.
Look, even if you could get him to testify that it wasn't to do with drugs, I'm afraid it wouldn't help. It's too late, Abby. Now, we can appeal, but it will take time. I suggest you go home and take a moment to process this, and we can go over options later.
So what? So they've won?
For now, we need to respect the decision of the court. Look, they will be expecting this to make you spiral. Don't give them that satisfaction. Look, I'll give you a call in the next few days.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. Oh, catching up on gossip.
Yeah, now else to read.
The fact that you're reading at all is almost as shocking as the magazine.
Yeah, well, if you'd have been here, I wouldn't have had to, would I? I'd have had someone to talk to.
Yeah, I got held up. We had a meeting at the school. You've been expelled, so we need to speak to the LEA about an alternative school, hopefully one that isn't the other side of Manchester.
But I can talk to them. Tell them I'm sorry, well, that's what worked last time.
I think it's past that, Max. It's over. I think you just need to own this.
I think his name was C6 Steve. Che showed me this video of him, and he had this tiny little guitar made out of a hubcap.
Oh, I'll have to look out for it.
You could be the Weatherfield version. C6 Stu, we could have a live music night in here.
No. Anyway, I was never seasick in the Navy, unless I've been on the run. Plus the fact my songs haven't really been going down too well recently.
Do you want another one?
Please. Right, okay, I'll make myself scarce.
No, please don't. It's you I was looking for. I want to say sorry. I know I'm sensitive about dishonesty, but it was wrong of me to suggest that you were like Jeff. Alia reminded me of how I was before him, and she was right too. My judgment was clouded.
Thank you. And I'm really sorry about lying and the singing.
No, it was a bit embarrassing, but I appreciate the effort.
Well, I'm glad you don't hear me. I really do care about you. But don't worry, I'm gonna get me things from yours and I'll move on.
Maybe you can stay. I'd hate to see you back on the streets again due to our argument.
Only if you're sure.
Yes. But please, no more songs.
Deal.
Why are you standing back there?
We could have lost him. Alfie's still ours, for now. But what if he gets taken away, like Elsie? I mean, what if I continue to get close to him, only to lose him?
Nobody's taking Alfie away.
But Abby, I mean, she won't be happy with just visitation.
It's a court judgment, Toya.
I thought you didn't manage to find anything on her.
Well, it was down to the wire. Thank goodness Ben was there to witness it. Well, I'm just as sad as you are that we were right.
Will she ever beat it? If she can't do it for him, maybe she never will.
You need to stop thinking about Abby. She has plenty of people to support her, but there's Alfie. He needs you. I need you.
I just get a little bit nervous when everything seems to be going right. I don't trust the universe.
You don't have to. You just have to trust me on this. Alfie isn't going anywhere.
Hey, guess who's coming home soon?
How can they believe some photos that prove nothing and a dodgy testimony over some weekly drug test? They didn't even ask me anything about it. They just believe that guy.
There's no point in getting worked up about it. Have a drink and I can drop you home.
You trying to get rid of me?
It's been a tough day. You need a rest.
You're not sure it was a lie, are you?
It's Dean. You and him didn't do book club together. I don't know what to say.
It wasn't what you think. I was giving him money to leave me alone. I didn't get anything from him. I promise you, Kev, I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, I believe you. But the court didn't. All you can do is appeal. You going home, are you?
No, I'm going to see my son.
And I said no chance. It's going to cost more than 20 grand just to dig it out of the ground without the whole house collapsing around you. Okay, out with it. You've been eyeballing Peter since we come in.
Oh, it's just that Thorne shouted at me in front of a colleague in the clinic, that's all.
What do you mean that's all? No one should be shouting at you.
And
Go on.
I heard him trying to settle a bet.
Well, that's no crime, is it?
He was betting how quickly he can do an operation. Specifically, Peter's liver transplant.
You what?
I know, he sounds insane, boy, I heard him. He was saying to whoever was on the phone to pay up because he'd done it in under 4 hours.
I'm not one to talk about betting, but that's disgusting. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I mean, it really is his word against mine.
Yeah, but what if he keeps doing it? I mean, surely he's going to make a mistake one day. Imagine if Peter had died.
It makes my blood boil. The Thorne abusing his position of power, judging Peter for his past demons. Look, I know he's had his struggles in the past, but who are we to judge? He deserves a second chance, just like everyone else. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. A clean slate for the future.
I'm so sorry, Alfie. I wanted to be the one to welcome you home, to never let you go. I've let you down, and I'm sorry. I'm your mum. But the judge has said that you need to live without you and your dad right now. I know you'll be happy. I know they'll make you happy. You have me right here. Whenever. And you have a big brother in the sky watching over you. I'll be thinking about you every minute of every day. I love you, Al.
Could she have found Mr. Right? Brand new Firmacan First Time Mum starts on ITV next. Here on ITV Next, with the body count building, Rashita and the team uncover more evidence in new crime thriller D.I. Ray.